Hi guys, this is Daniel Alexander Cannon here on the Supernatural Show again. We got a whopper for you today. Some heavy duty information. This is the Supernatural Show. It is not a show for entertainment purposes only. Today we're going to spend some time here on various platforms such as maybe where you're watching from right now on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, some other platforms, wherever you're watching from. We're going to be transitioning in a little while, not too long. We're going to be transitioning to Beyond the Veil. We're going to go live on Rumble, and we're going to be streaming from Rumble. And I believe it's also going to push it over to Odyssey. And that's where we're going to be able to get into the information that we've got to talk about. Because if you noticed, the name of the video is called 9/11, The Supernatural Answers No One Has Spoken. At least not publicly, and I've never heard it. This past weekend, I spent quite a bit of time meditating, quite a bit of time laying in the bed awake, meditating in the middle of the night, literally hours, even last night. This is working my brain over 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And some pieces of the puzzle that we already all had, and they're already laying on the table, as you can tell with the little puzzle as the image for coming into this video. We had all these pieces of the puzzle, and we do have all the pieces of the puzzle, and they're all in the best place to hide anything. Where would that be, Roxy?
Plain sight. Right in front of your nose.
Yeah. What is up, Super Dave and Mike? Pittsburgh. What is happening? What happened to all the gold? I don't know what happened to all of it. I'm sure they didn't just destroy it.
No.
They had plenty of time to do whatever they wanted because it was planned from the very beginning before it ever started, before they ever broke ground. The whole magic trick was planned. Yeah, I said magic trick. Using technology and delusion or deceivery, that kind of thing. But there are specific reasons as to why all this went down, and we're going to dive down it today. And I know it's been a while since we've all talked about those days. One reason is because you really can't talk about it much on these platforms. The other is we're too busy staring at the present, not realizing that the past is just as important to understand not only the present, but the future. I will say in the coming shows, days, weeks, months, I'm going to show you and demonstrate to you and prove to you who the son of perdition is, as the Bible talks about it. Who is that person? I believe I know exactly who it is. It's been revealed to me, but I have to be able to present it in a way to be able to prove it without a doubt. Or, well, you know what the or is, or people will deny it, or people will not believe it, or people will whatever. And I can't make anyone believe or know anything. I can't make them see these things. All I can do is lead them to the water, and they have to choose to drink or not. I want to say hello to Miss Kim, who is here with us. She's helping out here in the background, little blonde head bobbing around over there. And of course, Roxy's here with us again today. Shannon is not here. They had a 5.5 or something like that earthquake in California today, and it shook her house, and she's freaked out, understandably so. And we're just hoping and praying that that 5.5 is not a precursor tremor instead of an actual event. I will say that there's coming a day where we're going to see an earthquake and they're going to say that it was an 8.8. Whether it was or wasn't, it will be a massive earthquake, and they will say it's an 8.8. And it'll be in the United States or just off the coast. And if it's just off the coast, it will be either off the coast of New York City or San Francisco or LA, possibly. One of those three locations. That's just my 2 cents worth. The information I've got to share with y'all guys today is going to bend your reality a little bit. I'm not going to ask you to just accept the information that I'm going to show you today. I'm going to ask you just simply to consider it. Because we all have, somebody's mic is hot. There we go. Thanks, Roxy. We all have to come to these conclusions ultimately on our own. Yet we will take pieces here and there in order to come to the place of our own choosing and understanding. I'm just going to present to you some compelling pieces of information, some pieces of the puzzle today as to why the event in September back in that day happened and what it meant for those to come down and for one to go up. I imagine that some of you, just hearing those words, already have some idea of what I'm talking about. But it goes much deeper. And we're going to get into that today when we transition to one of our Beyond the Veil areas, because we have several depending on what the information is. In this case, this is information that I think will be okay putting it out on Rumble. I don't fully trust Rumble or any of these platforms, but at least we can put it there, and chances are it won't get removed. That could change, but we can only do what we can do, because if I move it to the website and put it behind the paywall, then it's even more so difficult for them to take it down and get rid of it. But there is the thing of that most people don't like paying for things. Not all, because many of you have contributed to my work. Some of you many times. I wouldn't be able to do what I'm doing right now if it wasn't for that. So I thank y'all guys for your support. You're allowing me 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to continue in this process of bringing you information for you to consider, for you to ponder. And I believe the information I'm going to be bringing this week, because I have enough that it goes far enough that it's probably going to take three shows. And even then, I have to create a documentary in a well-polished, which I have the ability to do. It just takes time and effort. But I need to create a documentary that I can put out in, you might say, layered releases for real purposes as to why I have to do it the way I'm going to do it. But y'all guys ultimately will hear all of that information as we go through the following shows in the coming days and weeks. I have answers for you. Let's start out. Okay. Let me show you, and most of you have seen this, but I'm going to show it to you again because it's relevant and it's important. And it's tied directly to what we're going to be talking about. A lot of you have pretty good understandings in some of these areas, but we've got more puzzle pieces to slide in together to be able to see the bigger picture, don't we? We all are still seeking that additional puzzle pieces or how they fit together, aren't we? So the video I'm going to show you as soon as I find it. Yeah. I might show you two. Okay. This was just 1 minute and 44 seconds long. And I want you to realize what I'm showing you. I don't know what that means. Oh, that means be right back. Roxy had to step away from the mic for a second. That's fine. So let's go back to the video. So
I'm back now.
Alrighty. The video I'm going to show you is, and I've stated it before, and I'm going to state it again. They're back. Who's they? Well, many cultures over time have called them many things. I'm going to use the words that I have. Okay. But they're back. Now, they don't only are they back, the son of perdition is here. The spirit and the body have united. And I know you want me to just blurt out words, names. I'm not going to do it. I'm going to take you through a process, and ultimately in the coming days and weeks, maybe even months, but quick as possible, I'm going to prove the case. Okay. What we're doing here is not for entertainment purposes. I'm not here to put on a show for you. I'm here doing the same thing you're doing. I've just been led to do it in a more public manner. I've been, let's say, chosen to do what I'm doing. And it's not easy, but I'm okay with that. So let's take a look at this video. They're back. I'm going to stop it for a second because I want you to see something when you're looking at it. You remember how the Egyptians talked about they would talk about some of their gods, and they would say that it's riding in a boat in the sky. Now, when you look at this comet, look at it as if you're looking up under a boat that's in water. Okay? If you look at the tail of the comet and the way that it looks as it's flying through, it looks like symbolically it could be related to a boat sailing across the waters or the skies, the heavens. Okay? So let's try that again and look at it and pay special attention that you notice that there are what appears to be star-like things pacing Comet Atlas. Stars do not pace comets. Stars keep a exact rotation and spin of their own. Comets are speed-wise, pace-wise, directional-wise, completely independent and should not be followed by a group of other light entities. They're back. And here's one of their other promotional pieces that ties all that in that they showed us on the television. And it was called Heroes, Their Heroes Reborn. Did you notice the eclipse at the very end? Let's look again. Notice at the very beginning that everything is covered in ice, just like an iPet goat. And when did all this stuff really kick off? It kicked off based on the eclipse, or eclipses. It's accelerated. The deities, entities of times in the past, the different cultures have written down and given different names. There is a period of time when they return over and over. And they're allowed to attempt again to find the tree of life and live forever, lest they find the tree of life and live forever. So they have found, they have went back to the garden. They have made the body for the son of perdition. You could call him the Antichrist. You could call him the son of Satan, son of perdition. But he has buddies with him, doesn't he? He does. Got quite a few buddies, according to the Bible, and according to many ancient texts. And here's what it says happens when they come back. The veil starts thinning. Why do you think I created a concept called Beyond the Veil? Speaking of Beyond the Veil, that's where we're headed here in just a moment. Finish this little thought and we're headed there. The veil starts thinning. I have seen and witnessed that this is happening. It's been going on and increasing, but now it's thinned enough that they're here. And the way you will know when they're around, because they're not omnipresent. Not these guys. These guys travel. They go do whatever they do. But one of the ways you will know they're around is by flashing lights or a flickering fire or anything that is affected by what's the word I'm looking for? EMFs. It is not by coincidence that they made us all install these lights, LEDs for the most part, and other kinds of lights that go away from the incandescent light bulb. It is not by coincidence that this happened. It's also not by coincidence that many of these LED lights have turned purple, heliotrope, heliofont, like iPad goat. None of it is by coincidence. If you are in a place where you see the lights flickering, one or more of them is there. In my experiences with other angelic beings and deities that I've witnessed to y'all guys many times, that I've experienced in excess of 100 times, 100 different occasions, easy. Even Miss Kim has seen them a few times, and her daughter, and a bunch of other people. Even y'all guys, some of you have seen them. One thing I noticed, because I was lucky enough to run across some really good footage, is that when they enter, when they cross the veil, they create a spark. It's electromagnetic. When they pierce the veil, it creates a spark, a flash. And it's tied to that EMF thing that I'm talking about, and it affecting the lights that are being seen flashing all around the world. If you haven't seen that, because I haven't shown you any videos of it, you can find all you want on Mr. MMB 333's channel. He says the lights are trying to tell us something. The lights are trying to tell us that they're back. They're here. And you might say they're mingling. So now what we're going to do, guys, if you choose so to follow, we're going to go much more in depth. I've got a bunch of slides up here that I want to go through with you that you've never seen. We're going to talk about everything that I've been talking about and a bunch more beyond the veil, because I've already said too much, even here on these platforms. It's not going to cost you anything to go do this. It just allows me to speak freely, because I can't here. I can't here on Facebook. I'm on 2 Facebook platforms live right now. I'm on 2 YouTube platforms live right now. I'm on Twitch live right now. I'm on Odyssey, which probably could speak pretty freely there. I'm also live on Rumble right now. I forgot that I clicked that one. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and end that one now. If you're on Rumble, just know that I'll be back live on Rumble within the next 5 minutes, 10 minutes max. All right, so I didn't realize I clicked on Rumble when I set it up. But we're also live on BitChute. If you're watching from over there, what we're going to do is we're going to do something a little unique, creative here. First thing you need to know is we're going to give you the link. But I've got to create the link here in just a moment, which I'm going to do. And then I'm going to leave the stage, leave the room, and I'm going over to finish the setup on Rumble. Rumble Studio is free. StreamYard is $80 some, might even be $88 a month. And I can't afford it. So we're ditching StreamYard, this studio. They're already done in me right now for the $88. And if I don't pay them, the studio will go down in a few days. So I'm going to go over there. As soon as I go over there, Roxy and Miss Kim are going to hang out here with you for a minute. And then they're going to give you a few more instructions, and then they're going to leave. The studio here, meaning the stream that's going to Facebook and to YouTube and to Twitch and BitChute and Odyssey, it's going to stay live. But we're going to change the background. So when all of us are gone, there's nothing but an image. As a matter of fact, I can go ahead and click the image now. There's nothing wrong with going in and doing it now for you, Roxy. And it's going to give anybody that sees this live stream still going the information as to how to find where we're at live. It's just basically saying, follow this link. Okay. And so Roxy, here in a few minutes, will give you the link. And she's going to play the Beyond the Veil transition video that some of you have seen before. And then when that finishes playing, the only thing left that's going to be on this live on YouTube and Facebook and everywhere else is going to be just this background. And it will stay live as long as we're live over in Rumble Studio. So we will be technically still live here, but we won't be here. Just the stream is live with the image instructing people where to go to find us. We'll be running. There won't be any music or anything. It'll just be the Beyond the Veil video plays. Roxy's saying bye to you. She plays that. Once she hits play on that, she's going to leave the stage too. Everybody is. And it'll finish playing. And when it's finished playing, all that'll be left is this background. And the stream will still be up so that if anybody comes, they can still find it and go over to Rumble. Okay? Trying to leave the door open, if you get me. So, hopefully I explained that well enough to everybody. Roxy, you there?
I'm here.
Okay. Well, we're ready to go beyond the veil.
Let's go.
So, hopefully we don't have any hiccups or any problems because this is all new to us too, and we're still getting used to Rumble Studio. We're still getting used to transitioning like this. I mean, I told y'all guys 6 months ago this was coming. But it's an easy thing. Just simply click on the link, go to Rumble, and you can watch it. If you want to be able to comment live over there, which we'll be able to see and put up on stage like over here, like we do when we put up comments like, let's say, throw that up. We can do it over there too. It just looks a little bit different. We can do it. A lot of things will be the same. We can still play other videos. Plus, we can watch things that we can't watch over here because of copyright problems. Okay. Thank you, Super Dave, for everything you do, brother. I appreciate you, and I appreciate all of you. It's time to go beyond the veil. All right, so I'm going to leave them in your hands, Roxy.
Sounds good.
Y'all guys hang out here with Roxy for just a few minutes, and she's going to have the link for you, okay?
See you when I get there.
Yeah. All right. I am out of here. See y'all guys later.
Bye-bye. Hey, guys, we're going to give him just a second to get the room set up over there. Hope everybody's having a good day. They're having some scary stuff going on over on the West Coast, as he told you about Miss Shannon. Just hoping that's not a precursor to more that's coming. That was right down there on the fault line next to Mexico. So everybody over there is a little nervous. Let's see. I'm giving him time to get in there and get the studio up and running. No, that's the original one there. But hang on 1 second, guys. I'm waiting on the new link to go up once he has started the show over there. We're going to be over there a lot more, and eventually we're probably not going to be here much. Waiting on him. Where's everybody here from today? I know we've got some of our regulars. Do we have any new folks in the crowd? All right, let's see if I can pull the link. Let's see if this works. Well, I thought it would have his show up by now. Let's see. Toronto, Canada. Pensacola, Florida. You're in Savannah. I love Savannah. Savannah is a beautiful town. Alabama on the coast. Well, y'all are close down here. We're in South Carolina on this side. Edmonton, Alberta, Miss T. How cold is it there today? You could wear shorts or, thin pants today and be okay here. It's probably in the 60s, sun shining. Everybody's out cutting grass. All right. I think Miss Kim left. So, let's see. Let me refresh over here. All right. Let me pause this. Let me share the link. We're going to copy that. And we're going to put it right here. All right, everybody. There's your link to go over to the new show. And while everybody's moving over to the new show, I'm going to play a video, and I will see you over there.
It's a twister! It's a twister!
I imagine right now you're feeling a bit like Dorothy, landing in Oz in a realm that just does not feel quite like home. I can see it in your eyes. You have the look of a man who does not accept what he sees, because he suspects everything his eyes present to him is a lie. Ironically, this is very close to the truth. Let me tell you why you're here. You're here because you know something. What you know, you cannot explain, but you can feel it. You have felt it your entire life, that something is wrong with this world, that has been presented to you with the full expectation that you accept it and never question it. You don't know completely what it is, but it's there, like a splinter in your mind driving you mad. It is this feeling that brought you here to me, to now, to a choice. Do you know what I'm talking about? Do you want to know what it is? It is the supernatural image and word of God. It is all around us right now, even in your very room where you are sitting at this moment. You can see it when you peer into the mirror at your own reflection, or when you take a photo of a friend. You can feel it when the sun shines, or when a wave in the sea crashes upon you. You can taste it when you bite into an apple, and see it when you tear open a fruit. You can feel it when you caress a woman, or when a woman caresses you. And you can see it upon the woman's body, the breasts, the buttocks, and eyes alike. It is there when you speak, or when you take a breath. You can hear it when the great owl screeches, or see it written upon his face. You can see it coming when a whirlwind is nearly upon you, and hear it when the thunder rolls. And you can feel it when the wind blows. It is the world that exists beyond the veil. It must be perceived with the mind before the eye can see it. A world that no one ever informed you of, yet you know it's there. If you speak of it, others will say you're crazy, for you must believe what they believe. Like everyone else, you were born and introduced and convinced of a false reality, a false world, a prison world designed so that you would not see, hear, smell, taste, or touch the supernatural reality of the true world. They built a prison for your mind and a hell for your soul. And they pray to their gods that you will never wake up. Unfortunately, no one can be shown what the supernatural world is. You have to see it for yourself. This is your last chance. After this, there's no turning back. You hit the back button, the story ends. You wake up in your bed and believe whatever you believed before this moment. Or you continue watching and you cross beyond the veil. And I will show you what is behind the wizard's curtain. Remember, all I am offering you is the truth. Nothing more, nothing less. It is now time to choose. Go back now or continue beyond the veil.